Cyber attack is the biggest risk to businesses across the globe right now. You may have landed on this video because you've already been a victim of a cyber attack and you're wanting to learn how to minimize the risk of it happening again. And if so, this video is for you. Hopefully you haven't been victim of a cyber attack and you're here to prevent it happening in the first place. If so, this video is also for you. There are a ton of actions you can take within your business to help minimize the risk of cyber attack. Some will require investment, but the good news is that many can be done for free. However, it's these 3 simple steps that can often be overlooked by businesses, regardless as to whether they have internal IT staff responsible for making sure these very steps are in place. Making sure these 5 areas are covered will help to reduce the risk of cyber attack in your business by up to 80%. So let's crack on and discover what they are. And be sure to stick around until the end of the video where I'll tell you the single most important free step you can take to protect your business from cyber attack. Let's start with firewalls. Think of them as your business's digital doorman or security guard, letting in the good people and keeping out the bad. You wouldn't leave your front door wide open, right? The same logic applies here. A firewall acts as a barrier between your trusted internal network and untrusted external networks like the internet. Here's what you can do right now for free. Make sure every device, whether it's a desktop, a laptop, or even a mobile device, is protected by a firewall. Most operating systems come with a built-in firewall, you just need to make sure it's turned on. If you have a separate firewall device or a router with a built-in firewall, you should also change the default admin passwords. Default settings are easy targets for hackers, so change them to something unique. It's like changing the locks after moving into a new house. Essential and a smart move. Another key point around firewalls: never allow remote access to your firewall unless it's absolutely necessary. If you must allow it, make sure it's protected by multi-factor authentication or restrict access to a list of trusted IP addresses. This step alone can stop many potential threats before they even reach your network. Next, let's talk about the secure configuration of systems. When you buy a new device or install software, it often comes with default settings that prioritize convenience over security. For example, devices may come with default passwords, unnecessary accounts, or pre-installed apps that you don't need. While this might be convenient out of the box, it's also a golden opportunity for cyber criminals. A simple and free way to fix that: start by disabling or removing any accounts or services that you don't use. That guest account that you've never touched, get rid of it. Those pre-installed apps that do nothing but take up space, delete them. And always change default passwords. Additionally, make sure to disable any auto-run features that might automatically execute files without your permission. These features are often exploited by attackers to run malicious software as soon as you download a file or insert a USB drive. By locking down these settings, you're reducing the number of entry points an attacker could use. And remember, secure configuration isn't just a one-time task. Regularly review and update your settings as your business evolves and as new threats emerge. Cybersecurity is a marathon, not a sprint. Let's face it, nobody loves those update now pop-ups, but ignoring them is like leaving your front door wide open. Software updates are often released to patch vulnerabilities that cyber criminals are actively trying to exploit. By keeping your software up to date, you're essentially closing the door on potential attackers. Here's the 3rd free step you can take to protect your business from cyber attack. Enable automatic updates for all your software and devices where possible. This is the easiest way to ensure you're always protected. For those systems where automatic updates aren't an option, make it a routine to check for updates at least once a week, and don't forget about firmware updates for your hardware. They're just as critical as software updates. If an update's available that fixes a critical or high-risk vulnerability, aim to apply it within 14 days. This might sound like a short time frame, but delaying updates can leave your systems exposed. Some businesses make the mistake of waiting until a scheduled maintenance window to apply updates. But remember, cyber criminals don't work on your schedule, so get everything updated as soon as possible. Finally, if you're using software that's no longer supported by the vendor, it's definitely time to let it go. Unsupported software won't receive security updates, making it a ticking time bomb for your network. Now let's talk about user access control. This one's critical. Every active user account in your system is a potential gateway for cyber criminals. The key is to limit access to only what's necessary. Not everyone in your organization needs admin level access. By restricting access based on roles, you can reduce the risk of data breach. Set up a process for creating and approving user accounts. Make sure every account is tied to a specific individual with unique credentials that are kept secure. And if someone leaves your organization or no longer needs access, remove or disable their account immediately. The last thing you want is a forgotten account hanging around as a backdoor for attackers. A big part of user access control is multi-factor authentication, or MFA. This is where you combine something you know, like a password, with a second authentication method, like a phone or a token. Even if the hacker gets your password, they'll still need that second factor to break in. MFA is especially important for accounts with high privileges or those that can be accessed from the internet. If you're not using MFA yet, it's time to start, and you can set this up on 99% of all internet accounts. One more thing, keep admin accounts separate from regular user accounts. If an admin needs to browse the web or check emails, they should use a standard account, not their admin credentials. This simple step can prevent malware from gaining elevated access to your system. So finally, now, the number one free thing you can do to protect your business from cyber attack is to manage your assets. Think of it like keeping an inventory of everything your business owns, from laptops and smartphones to software licenses and cloud services. Why is this important? Because you can't protect what you don't know you have. Start by creating a detailed list of all the devices and software in your organization. This isn't just a one-time task, you need to keep it up to date. Knowing what you have allows you to track and manage everything effectively, ensuring that nothing slips through the cracks. This is especially crucial for keeping your systems updated and ensuring all devices are secured. Asset management also helps in other areas, like making sure you're not paying for unused software or maintaining security on devices you didn't realise were still connected to your network. By maintaining a clear inventory, you can quickly identify and address weak spots before they become vulnerabilities. The UK's National Cybersecurity Centre provides excellent guidance on how to implement asset management in your business, which can help streamline your cybersecurity efforts and make sure nothing gets missed. I've popped a link in the description of this video to get their free asset management guidance. So there you have it, 5 free and easy ways to protect your business from cyber attacks. We've covered firewalls, secure configuration, security updates, user access control, and the importance of asset management. Remember, it's not about making things complicated or breaking the bank. A few smart actions today can save your business tomorrow. If you implement these steps now, you'll be well on your way to a safer, more secure business. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your colleagues, and subscribe for more tips on keeping your business safe and secured from cyber attack. Stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next video.